reason I bring the story up, it's not to debate whether or not Admiral Byrd did or did not find Middle Earth, or whether or not the world is flat and he hit the firmament or anything like that. And we'll have episodes where we get into flat Earth, and we'll have episodes where we get into all this stuff. But what is super interesting, and I'm going to go to my computer here, for those of you that are following us on and watching this on our YouTube site, which is www.youtube.com/AGHChad. You can see what I'm about to show Justin and Steve here. And for those of you listening, I urge you to go check out the video version of what we're doing. Recently, and this was actually about 3 months ago, there was this, as you guys can see, a perfectly shaped pyramid, what appears to be a pyramid structure. When I first saw this video, I thought, well, shit, that could be Photoshopped so easy. And then more pictures started coming out of, people approaching, this thing. This photo, for those that are listening, there's two men that are on the side of this mountain and down into Antarctica. You can see this pyramid. Look how sharp that angle is and how perfect that is. And the reason this is fascinating to me is the pyramids have always been fascinating to me, because if you know anything about ancient astronaut theory, what ancient astronaut theory is, even if you've never heard of it, it's basically a theory that says aliens came to Earth and that we, human beings, are hybrids. We were created by aliens to basically mine the Earth of its, of its natural resources. And if you look around the Earth, there's pyramids that popped up on different continents around the same exact time, where supposedly they had no connecting fiber. Nobody in Mexico was talking to, anybody in Egypt, but yet they both started building pyramids at the same time, the same shape, all aligning with astronomy and all this stuff. So now we've been told our whole life, there's nothing down there on the South Pole. It's so cold, nothing can live down there but penguins. And yet we have this. What is this? What is this? What is this, Justin? What do you think this is?
Well, it's hard judging. The thing is, at some point I would almost want to ask, and maybe we could just throw it out there, that anybody who's listening that's a geologist that is watching this, they could give us some kind of idea. I mean, my only thought I threw out was that maybe it's because it's on the South Pole, and there's a lot of electromagnetic determinants on how things form, maybe potentially because it's a metallic substance that's in this rock that I don't know. I'm literally throwing it out there that if maybe somebody goes to aghtelevision.com and hits us on the contact area and just throws and says, you know what, I have an idea here. I'm a lifelong geologist or somebody who studies this kind of stuff. I'd like to hear what their opinions would be with it, because, it obviously looks like something that shouldn't be there. I think anybody would identify that. And those are the Google Earth images.
Well, this is what's crazy. Okay, well, I'm getting the part 2 of this story now. There's 3 parts to it. So this is the original Google Earth topographical photo of the pyramid I just showed you. 2 days ago, another one was discovered right here, which is 3.4 miles away from this one. Now, what's kind of crazy about this is, again, look at this one, flat, just flat land. And out of the blue, bloop. This looks extremely man-made because, again, it's not like it's covered by mountain. And even if you go back and look to the first one that was captured here, look, these are like the edge of what appears to be a mountain range, right? And then out of the blue, again, there's this, thing here that appears to be a perfect triangle. A perfect pyramid, I mean. Which kind of begs the question, has there been past life that we're creating pyramids, on the South Pole? I would love to find out if these lined up astrologically the same way the other ones do, which we don't know that yet. There are expeditions that are being planned right now to go really dig into what this is, but they've got to get clearance to get there. Because again, the South Pole is highly regulated. So they just don't let anybody just go exploring around there. But another photo was actually captured and discovered by Tyler. Okay, so this is a distant photo, And this was again captured on Google Earth. Okay, so this is a topographical shot. On this medium shot here, you see, this kind of topographical area here of all these, jagged edges and what appears to be snow, right? And then a light source right here. That appears to be coming out of a cave or under a cave or something's lighting this up. And then if you look right here, guys, this appears to be absolutely man-made. For those of you listening, it appears like a massive disc-shaped UFO is chilling, just underneath a top, like some kind of a canopy cover from like a cave.
Yeah.
And here's an even closer shot of it, where you can actually see there's some kind of design on top of this saucer.
Or some kind of inner workings, but the big thing is it has a perfectly spaced ridge that goes around on this circle. Like you can say man-made, or you can just say intelligently made, because there would be other ideas on. There's a lot of information out there, and it'd be impossible to delve into all of it. But as far as the ancient aliens. There's so many different doors to open to parse all that out. But
I agree, so many different. But this is fantastic in the sense that, look, this is at the very least debatable at what this is. So what the fuck is going on in the South Pole where they're finding pyramids are popping up? And now, once you know what it is that you're looking at, this just juts out at you like, holy cow, that's like right there, And if you ever look at a lot of the moon, like the aerial photos, topographic photos of the moon, it's amazing how much is in sight, but you don't know because we don't look at that angle.
Yeah.
And it's black and white, so we don't look at those angles. We don't know we don't know what the world looks like from the top. You know what I mean? But the people that do can point out stuff left and right that they see. This appears to me to be man-made. This appears, and again, this is Google Earth. This is Google Earth. So shout out to, Tyler and Secure Team. What a great capture. What a great thing, to discuss. I think more than anything, the reason I wanted to talk about this finding specifically, what this piece kind of sums up to me is over and over again, we see that science just has it wrong. Mankind's only 6,000 years old, only 60,000 years old, it's 100,000 years old. And then, off the coast of Japan, they find like a 400,000-year-old city in the water at the bottom of an ocean that they know nothing about. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow. So 400,000 years ago, there was a complete society of people. Where'd they go? I don't know.
I think it's just the pursuit of truth. Like any pursuit, there are individuals in it that want to be know-it-alls. So those individuals you could point at and say they got it wrong. Mm-hmm. There are other scientists who would go, listen, that's all science is a constant, throwing away of the old ideas because we've come upon new evidence that disproves this, and now we're moving in this direction, right?
Right.
And they're considered fringe science initially until that their ideas are more well accepted, until the point, now that they're predominantly teaching string theory through most universities in the world. Most people don't even know what that is. And if they knew what it was, it would blow their mind.
Yeah. No, I think it's a killer piece. I think it's something that, for those of you listening, please go to www.youtube.com/AGHChad. The address and links will also be at aghtelevision.com. Make it easy for you to subscribe there. You can see exactly what we're talking about, because this is, really debatable stuff, and I would love to hear what you guys think.
And all this will be on ParamericanRadio.com.
Absolutely.
All links, all the information you need. So
absolutely, yeah, that's right, which just launched as well, ParamericanRadio.com. And what you're going to find on this show is that we are not claiming at all to be know-it-alls. The beauty of this stuff is that you can debate it.
Paramerican Radio. It's the end.